Hey, senor. Today is the 1st of August 2018. So here we go. Let's have a look what I've got first for you. First, I want to show you a illustration from Bill Tidy. What's happening here is a lot of chess players are expressing their own variations to the plight of the opponent that is at the board, while his opponent is having a cup of coffee or tea because it's English and watching all the different ideas confusing his opponent. So it's quite a good wee tactic. So that's from how to cheat at chess. I don't even know how to say it properly. And the illustrations are by Bill Tidy of England. And I have a wee poem, just before we get underway, a wee poem from that same book. And it's called Chess and Western Culture. It's Midsummer's Day in Tombstone, and Bobby the Fisher's in town. I've come to get you, Boris. I've come to gun you down. There just ain't room for the two of us, and I aim to wear the crown. Okay, you Yankee varmint, I'll fight you if I must. All eyes were on brave Boris as the Queen's pawn forth he thrust, and carrying crows descending as Black's bishop spit the dust. Just say your prayers, young Bobby, my job's to keep the law. You ain't got long to live now, 'cause I'm quicker on the draw. But then a shower of arrows had them both flat on the floor. Queen's kings and Nimzo had jumped down from a tree, but they were rounded up by Fisher's Knights on Bishop 3. So that's Fisher's Knights on Bishop 3. Again, a timely rescue by the US Cavalry. Right, let's get on with the game of chess at hand. This is a game that I'm going to flip, so that, and this is not my game. This is Black is a Grandmaster from Germany. His rating is 2728 on chess.com. So he's a German Grandmaster. This is the Ryler Pairs, Spanish Ryler Pairs opening. Morphy variation and Anderson. Okay, so here we go. This is a 3-minute game that was played this morning's date on chess.com. So it must have been played on the 31st of July for Europe. So D3 sort of been played here in the I've seen. C4. H3. Now, Miguel Tal had played this move in the Spanish for white. So let's just think of that. Knight D7. Now comes the exchange of the knight for the bishop for the knight. And this looks pretty reasonable for both players. But here, as you would appreciate, Black wins the pawn. And that's pretty important when we're talking about two Grandmasters playing each other. Rook E4. So Black's a pawn up, even though these pawns here on C5 and C7 are doubled. White's pawns, of course, are doubled. So the pawn formation is 3 islands for black and 3 islands for white, and white being a pawn down doesn't help. So here, now black's going to win another pawn soon here. So if white wants to defend, then this opponent, who's the Grandmaster from Germany, who's black, is somewhatly enjoying attacking f2. That's why I saw in other games that this Grandmaster played. Queen c3. So now black is 2 pawns up. So is it the beginning of the end? I do not know. Bishop c6, the comfortable place for the bishop. And now it stands to reason that black now removes this knight rather than wanting to bother with moving the queen, especially if they want to move it back here to defend the pawn or whatever. My feeble analysis. But so here is queen d5 and queen b2, just kind of like when I played this move out, getting it ready to show on YouTube, I was struck by, it felt like white just makes a move to put the rook somewhere where it's not going to be bothered yet by the black queen interposing. So knight b6, and white is clearly getting pestered for pawns here. Queen c6 with obvious intent of queen takes rook. Rook e2, pretty good for black really. f4 and knight c4. Now this is threatening what? What's black threatening here? Is it any good? I mean, is it any good, David? I'd have to check it first. It's all right, but I like black's immediate move is here. But I was thinking that black could play something like this, but that's not very good. If the bishop wasn't here, yes, black would be threatening rook g2, queen g2, queen g2 captures, king g2, knight e3 check, and knight takes rook. But black isn't threatening that. But anyway, let's get on with the game. f5. So here comes white's forces for a change. Knight e3, so that if anything like this intermediate move, then black would merely take this rook on f1 with check and etc. So if pawn takes pawn, then we'd go knight takes rook first, and then we would look to take back here, and it's all very good. The king can come to h7 if the queen checks on e8, and the queen can come back here as well. But if we get this rook, the queen cannot go to e8 check David, because the rook just takes the queen. So it's good to see these things in one's mind. It's better. King g7 offers white the opportunity of f6 check. Now it looks like black can get some white can get some counterplay, but white has to defend things first. Now I'm not entirely sure why this happened. I can see things like if rook g1, then not new variation, not rook g2, because it sort of swaps things off, but probably knight takes f6 check after check, with the knight g4 and knight f6 check, or maybe just queen f6 from the Grandmaster's hands. Rook f4, rook g2. Fair enough. Rook G3. A wee bit of a surprise. D5. Now, we're threatening Queen G2 checkmate, or Black's threatening Queen G2 checkmate. Rook F2. Now the pesky Queen starts to irritate the White King. With this salvo of checks, now capturing the F6 pawn, which is pretty hard for White in my opinion. C4, now these pawns start to generate a complaint on the Queen side. Queen C5, C6, bolstering them up, and probably just threatening C3, D4, etc. So Queen A7, C3, Queen C5, D4, and White's just merely looking on. Now the pawn count is 8, isn't it? No, 7 versus 2, even though White has a rook for a knight. The pawns are just too powerful, in my opinion only, of course. So Black remains central and not going off to the edge. Rook G2 and Queen E3, and White resigned this position. Whereas the German Black Grandmaster, the player playing Black, the German Grandmaster, won all the games that I saw this morning on chess.com. Thank you for visiting my YouTube chess channel. I appreciate it. All the best on the Muppet Show. Speedy Gonzales is out. Arriba, arriba, arriba!